Welcome to CEO Money. I'm Michael Yorba. We've got Tony Ibarguen, CEO of Quench, on the show right now. Tony, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Michael. Great to be here.
I'm glad you're here. Now, Tony, you've got a great product, a great business plan, and the market penetration globally is moving in your direction. Let's talk about your products. I'm looking at the bottleless water cooler. Let's start with that one and then walk me through them.
Yeah, terrific. So we have a wide range of bottleless water coolers, and for those who aren't familiar with it, if you have a 5-gallon jug cooler, this is a similar unit, but without the bottle. We can eliminate the bottle by connecting with a food-grade tube to your water source in a very safe and easy and economical way. It can be right next to the water source. It can be 500 feet away. And then we put a filtration unit inside of our machine that will filter it on demand. And that can be a standard carbon block filter, or in certain parts of the country where the water is a little bit grittier, we'll put a reverse osmosis set of filters in there. And that will give you delicious tasting fresh water on demand whenever you want it. It can be chilled and it can be heated. It can be room temperature as well. We have a variety of products that serve small offices. So there are some economical alternatives, particularly for first-time bottleless water cooler users who are replacing a 5-gallon jug that are very economical. And then we also have some mid-sized and larger units that have other features. Leak detection is one, It can have a UV bulb inside the tank to ensure that there's disinfectation, sanitization happening inside that tank. And then we have larger ones still that have significant storage capacity to ensure that offices of even 100, 150 people who walk up with a big sports bottle can get plenty of cold water when everybody's on break. So that's our bottleless water cooler line right there, Michael.
Okay, and then you have ice machines, sparkling water, and then also coffee brewers. That's
right. And so many of the units that are the point of use are bottleless water coolers. We have the ability to then attach to it an ice machine, which means we're using that same filtered water. So you're getting, instead of getting ice out of a tray or out of a refrigerator where you're basically taking tap water and freezing it, we're going to filter it first to make sure it's the same high quality filtered water. And then we'll deliver it to you in a hands-free machine. We have a series of machines, again, for small offices to mid-sized offices to really big industrial complexes. And that will deliver as much ice on demand as you need. Some of the ice is created in extruded fashion, which means it's a tubelet. If you're familiar with kind of what they do in hospitals, where it's kind of chewy and easy to chew. We have others that are full crystal ice as well in, as I said, all sorts of capacities. Sparkling water is growing significantly in the corporate office. The popularity of SodaStream, if you're familiar with that, the ability to make your own seltzer water or soda water at home, and then add some flavors to it, is growing, particularly in residential, but that is coming into the workplace as well. So we have units that, it's a terrific Italian, beautiful unit that makes some great sparkling water, very fine Pellegrino type water, as well as a couple of units in selected markets that we're experimenting with, where you can add flavor pods to that to create your own lightly flavored LaCroix or LaCroix type, if you've heard of that very popular canned soda. And so the whole idea is to avoid the sugary drink. People are moving away from the Coke and Pepsis of the world and moving to healthier hydration with pure H2O or adding an essence with some sparkling. And then lastly, you probably already know that the great coffee companies like Starbucks all use significant amounts and very proprietary filtration to ensure that the coffee is being made with great, clean, filtered water. And we would recommend that to everybody. And today in the U.S. in most offices, coffee machines that offices provide, that employers provide, are typically taking tap water. You're filling it over the top, or even if you're connected, you're not filtering that. And that leads to scaling in the machine. Sometimes you don't get the right quantity. It doesn't quite taste the same. It needs to be cleaned frequently. With filtered water, you're going to get a pure, clean cup of coffee every time. And we have regular thermal brewers that replace the the old air pots. You remember the glass pots that used to burn on the bottom, stink up the whole office. So we've gotten rid of all those. But then we have pod brewers, which is, we have the K-Cup, the Keurig machine. But we also have a pod brewer from a great company called Bunn, where it's a little paper pod instead of the K-Cup. So you don't have that plastic to worry about that goes in the garbage. This is a little paper, very degradable, disposable little product. Makes a great cup of coffee.
Brilliant. I want the sparkling water and the coffee brewer for my office.
All right, we'll sign you up.
Okay, good.
Expect a call next week.
All right, I will. Thanks, Tony. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Michael. Take care.
All right, you've been watching CEO Money with Michael Yorba. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.